is your in the building, man. If you are calling me right now, make sure you text me. But yo, man, what's up with you, man? It's your boy West Coast, and we live in the building, man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing, man? Hey, it is Super Bowl week, and y'all know we ain't handle our goddamn business. So since we ain't handle our business, we gotta watch somebody else to do it. You feel me? But we definitely gonna watch this game on Sunday and hope they both tie and that our tickets hit. You feel me? That's the only thing I'm watching Super Bowl for this week. Don't be asking me no questions like West Coast, West Coast. Who you going for the Super Bowl, West Coast? The Dallas Cowboys. Hell, you mean? That's who I'm going for. The Dallas Cowboys. Who you got, West Coast? The Dallas Cowboys. That's who I got. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, y'all already know. You know what I mean? We'll talk about that. But yo, man, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, West Coast. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having themselves a great Tuesday. I told y'all I had to take me a little sabbatical for like 2 days, but now I'm back, biggity back. You know what I'm saying? I was off for like 2 days. This weekend, my sons had a tournament, football tournament, so I had to handle that real quick for the kids. You know, West Coast love the kids. You know what I'm saying? But we back on our normal jazz. Hope everybody, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching some things. I did watch the Pro Bowl. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything, man. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. Because I watched the Pro Bowl. I watched the little pieces of it. You know what I'm saying? Little pieces of it. You know what I'm saying? Of the whole shabam. You know what I'm saying? I liked it, that 7-on-7. I thought it was interesting how Peyton Manning was able to get, like, it's crazy. Like, Peyton Manning literally knew CeeDee Lamb for all of freaking 40 minutes. Literally knew this dude all of 40 minutes, right? Literally knew CeeDee Lamb all of 40 minutes and had him out there looking like a goddamn best receiver that day. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the best receiver in the world, but he definitely had him looking like the best receiver that day. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, salute to that. So I thought that was very, very, very interesting. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I thought that was very, very interesting. You know what I'm saying? But yo, you guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's 2 things you guys must do. First thing you guys must do is you guys must hit that share button. So I need everybody right now to hit that share button, no matter where you're watching at. I need everybody right now to hit that share button. So everybody right now, hit that share button, no matter where you are, no matter where you're watching from. I need everybody to hit that share button. What's up with you, Robert? Appreciate you for tapping in. Who got some folks over here on YouTube? Watch. What's up with you, Miss Cortez? Appreciate you, Auntie, with the 12,000 stars. As always, real-ass Cowboy fan. Hey, you guys, you know what I realized this week? That I ain't got to have the microphone right in my face, and you guys can still hear me pretty fairly well, right? You feel me? So, yo, what's up with you? Queeby Steels, what's up? Hold up, my light just fell. That's what happens when you be off for 2 days. I literally took 2 days off and literally look at it. You feel me? Like stuff breaking and all type of stuff. But we've been back because I did a show yesterday, so I can't even say I've been off for 2 days because we've been back. But yo, let's go ahead and get it, man. You guys already know whenever West Coast goes live, there's 2 things you guys must do. First thing you guys must do is you must hit that share button. So I need everybody right now, no matter where you were watching at, to hit that share button, man. And then next thing I need you guys to do. What's up, YouTube? I see you over there. What's up, YouTube? Appreciate you. I need to get TikTok up. Y'all think we should get TikTok up, or you think we should be mean to TikTok? Nah, let's get TikTok up. They love us over there on TikTok. Let's get TikTok up. Well, yo, what's up with you, my boy Jose? I see you over there on YouTube. What's up with you, Golf Hawk? What's up with you, Corrine? What's up with you, Corrine? Appreciate you for tapping in. Who else we got over here? Shout out. Hey, let's go to YouTube. Go to Facebook. You guys already know on Facebook. What's up with y'all? My boy Bo Breezy. What's up, Bo Breezy? Appreciate you for tapping in over there. Appreciate you for tapping in. Who else we got over there? We got Joe Trantrina. What's up with you, Joe Trantrina? Appreciate you for tapping in, as always, coming in from Italy. Always coming in strong. Appreciate you, sir. Ernest. What's up, Ernest? Hey, Ernest, hit that star button. Hit that share button. Joe Trantrina, hit that share button. Ernest, hit that share button. Cody, what's up, Cody? Hit that share button. John, what's up with you, John? Roy Lou, what's up with you, Roy Lou? Ernest, what's Ernest? What's up? I mean, Eli Manning, my bad. Eli, you know what I mean. They all, you know what I mean. When I say Manning, y'all know what I mean. Milton, what's up with you, Milton? Doc, what's up with you, Doc? Joe Trent, what's up with you? Ernest, hey, all you guys hit that star button. Brandon Herbert, what's up with you? Ray, what's up with you? John, what's up, John? I see you over there. Ray, he says all that bullshit. What are you talking about, John? What are you talking about? Fort Worth, Texas in the building. What up, Fort? Hey, my boy. Hey, say I need you to swing by my auntie house and cut her grass for me one time. You feel me? I seen you $40 in the mail. Come on, man. You in the funky town. What's I need somebody to swing by my auntie house and cut her grass one time. It's all hide in the mug right now. You feel me? Yeah. What's up with you, Brandon? I see you. Robert Evans, what's up with you? Golf Hawk, what's up with you, Golf Hawk? Also, shout out to that boy Swain with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, boy. You feel me? So, yo, man, the Super Bowl is upon us this week. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. I will be going to the Super Bowl. I will not be going in because I refuse to pay to watch a game that my teams ain't in. Like, I just can't do it. Like, I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? There are some guys that can be that guy. I'm just not that guy. You know what I'm saying? So, but guess what I will be doing? I will be going to Arizona this weekend. I'm leaving on a Saturday after my son's football game. My son has a football game. I'll be leaving right after his game. And, I'll be driving out there. It's going to take me about 6 hours. But, yo, DCBU is having a huge white party. It's a white party. Everybody's going to be wearing white. They're going to be fly. It's going to be mad Cowboy fans in the building. It's going to be mad Cowboys in the building. It's going to be mad Cow ladies in the building. You know what I'm saying? And then Micah Parsons' daddy's going to be in the building. CeeDee Lamb's daddy's going to be in the building. Well, howdy. He going to be in the building. You know what I'm saying? And then, oh, yeah, this dude that be screaming at his cell phone, screaming, run the damn ball. Oh, yeah, he going to be in the building. You know what I'm saying? So, it's really, really dope. Listen, the NFL is doing this thing called the Fathers of the NFL. And they picked West Coast to represent to talk to Micah Parsons' dad and CeeDee Lamb's dad. So I'll be interviewing both those guys this weekend. I will have some content for the page. You guys already know that. I'll have content for the page. And I'm going to try to schedule times at some point to sit these guys down and actually talk to these guys themselves. You feel me? But, shout out to all the parents that show West Coast love. Micah Parsons, appreciate his pops, all the folks that show West Coast love. And, yo, we're going to go out there to the Super Bowl. We're going to turn it up. You know what I'm saying? We're going to turn it up. And you guys already know, hashtag, I don't give a damn who won as long as my tickets hit. You feel me? Hashtag, I don't give a damn who wins as long as my ticket hit. You feel me? Let me get it one. Everybody in the comment box. Hashtag, I don't give a damn who wins as long as my ticket hit. That's it. That's it. You feel me? So, yo, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get into the content, man. So, yo, I dropped a video earlier today, and that video was very simple. I made a video on my boy Donovan Wilson. Listen to me, guys. I gotta kind of explain you guys how I do content over here at West Coast Cowboy. I don't talk about the draft before I talk about free agency. And the reason being is because, if you walked up to me and you asked me, West Coast, what are you eating for Christmas? And I can look at my watch and tell that it's only October. Guess what? I'm going to tell you, bro, I don't know what I'm eating for Christmas. Why? Because you got to have Thanksgiving first. I tell you, I don't know why people want to skip Thanksgiving so bad. You know what I'm saying? What did Thanksgiving ever do to you guys? Nothing. Leave Thanksgiving alone. Listen to me. Thanksgiving for the Dallas Cowboys is free agency. You guys notice these teams that are in the playoffs, these teams that are still considered like the Eagles, bro. I can't even name off all the dudes the Eagles brought in free agency, especially the ones that are playing in Ndamukong Suh, Robert Quinn, the wide receiver, A.J. Brown, number 11. Goddamn me, Hassan Reddick, you know what I'm saying, who literally took over the game last week for him. Darius Slay, Bradbury. Like, you guys listen to me. There's going to be so many people that are going to want to get you guys so turned up off of draft content and just going to bypass the fact that I'm going to tell you this right now. Drafting sounds good because it has all these great parts and, You get to do all these mock drafts and all this other stuff, and, you know, it makes you feel all ooey on the inside, and I'm not knocking anybody who does that. But I am knocking anybody who does draft content and does not cover free agency, because that is absolutely wrong. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. If you don't hit free agency correct, you better have 12 first-round picks, or else your ass is going to be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? For the most part, the Dallas Cowboys historically have actually drafted well. So guess what? Since we draft well, maybe drafting ain't the problem. You know what I'm saying? Because for the most part, the Cowboys do draft well. Like, they do actually draft well, right? We actually draft well, right? So maybe we need to try a different angle. Maybe we need to, instead of being known as a team that drafts well, how about we be known as a team that picks up good free agents in the free agency well? I don't know. I'm not saying that I want the Eagles to win, but I will say this. They literally copied the recipe for the last two Super Bowl champions. Because the last Super Bowl champions, you know what they did? Literally. You know what the last two Super Bowl champions did? Went out and got a bunch of free agents. That's what they did. They got free agents or they traded for them. Think about this. The last two quarterbacks to win Super Bowls with these teams, you had Tom Brady. It was his first year. And then you had goddamn Matthew Stafford. It was like his first half year. So these weren't even teams that had been put together long. You know what these were? These were organizations that went all the way in, and guess what? They got what they were looking for. People are going to say, oh, was it a rental? Listen to me. I don't give a damn. Because none of this money comes out of my pocket. I ain't never seen so many Cowboy fans concerned about what the hell Jerry Jones going to do with his money. And y'all know he don't never take us in consideration when it comes to his money, just like we don't never take y'all in consideration when we take care of our own money. Right? So for the life of me, I don't understand that. But I will say this, there is definitely a almost like cheat way to win a Super Bowl. There is really almost like a cheat way. And the last two organizations have done it. If the Philadelphia Eagles win a Super Bowl this Sunday, they will be the third team to win the Super Bowl the exact same way the last two teams won it. It's just being real. And think about this. The last two teams that won the Super Bowl beat teams that were already together. They beat teams that were already together. Kansas City, go look at who the Rams beat. Go look who Tom beat. They beat teams that were already together. There is definitely a cheat code to getting to the Super Bowl. And really, what it's really about is, do the Dallas Cowboys want to do it? You know what I'm saying? Free agency is what's going to determine if you win your Super Bowl or not. You know what I'm saying? Free agency, what you do in free agency right now is what's going to determine if you win your Super Bowl or not, what you're getting. And I'm going to tell you this right now, money has never been the problem with the Cowboys because all 3 years that teams have won the Super Bowl, we have had money in the bank. J Cam, I don't know if Jamar Chase actually won the Super Bowl, though, J Cam. I love when people disagree with me and don't. He says that ain't true. Chase was a rookie, and it was basically Joe's first year, too. It was not Joe's first year. Joe Burrows went to the Super Bowl his second year because his first year he tore his ACL, and they did not win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you want to argue the minute point. Stop. Listen to me. Grown-ass men. Y'all want to argue this minute little point, but was the other point wrong, Cam, Jay? Was that other point wrong? About the last two teams that have won the Super Bowl were all teams that were built. So who gives a damn if West Coast was wrong about, oh, no, that one team was the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, my bad, Cam. It's not football season. I slipped on one. But can you disagree with that other point I just said? Because I'm going to tell y'all, we spend a lot of time disagreeing with minor points when we just overlook the top point. You hear me? Listen to me. If I make a mistake and it ain't life-threatening, don't correct me. Oh, my mama. You want to know why? Because if you do that, you're not paying attention to what the real point is. You feel me? You feel me? My boy said, I've never seen a man get so defensive. You know why? Good. You're in the right place. Good. You're in the right place. I'm for you, Cam. You said you was doing stuff differently anyway, right? But I'm going to tell you, for real, do you disagree with my first point, though? Can we disagree? The main point. What is the main point of what I'm saying right now? What's the main point? What is the main point? Because you guys see how people will say they will talk about this other thing, but what's the main point? Who cares who lost in the Super Bowl? That was just a freebie. I just threw that in there as a freebie. I didn't even look at that. I didn't even research that. I just threw that in there. I just was thinking, you're right. Hey, Cam, you're actually right, too. Because they were a brand new team. But all the other one was correct. What's up, my boy in Cowboys and San Bernardino? But y'all get the main point, right? The main point is what? The teams who actually won the Super Bowl were teams who built their team in free agency. That's the main point. And the Cowboys don't do that. We don't do that. We want to build our team through the draft and through cheap free agencies. And guess what? It's good enough to get where we want to be. But I'm going to tell you this right now. If we want to get where the other teams are, that's where they are. We got to do some of the things that do what? That they're doing. Because that definitely looks like, think about this. If the formula that doesn't win you the Super Bowl, it'll at least what? Get you there. Think about that. Think about that. It might not, think about this. It might not guarantee you to win a Super Bowl, but it'll definitely it'll help you get there. So yeah, the Cowboys free agency, very, very important. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, you don't even have to spend a ton of money in free agency. I think a lot of you guys, when I say free agency, you guys get all bummed out. You be like, oh, yeah, but they're not going to spend no money. They're not going to. Yeah, bro, you don't got to spend money. You ain't got to spend a whole lot of money. I'm not saying going out there and get every greatest player. But I'm saying if there's opportunities for you to upgrade, then guess what? You need to upgrade. I'm going to tell you this right now. A great free agent that you need to re-sign. What's up, landlord? A great free agent that you need to re-sign, I'll tell you. Who? Donovan Wilson. And he's on your team in a uniform right now. Well, technically he's a free agency. He's a free agent. But Donovan Wilson, bro, 77 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 1 interception. I'm gonna tell you this right now. If Stephen Jones' favorite statement is, we like our guys, Donovan Wilson should be re-signed. Period. Think about that. If his favorite slogan is, we like our guys, then guess what? Donovan Wilson should be re-signed then. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Cam? That you actually made a good point, though, right? Because Cam said that, the Bengals, they built through the draft. Think about this. Think about how long it took them to get there. That is actually a good point, Cam. Think about how long it actually took the Bengals to get there, though. 50 freaking years. How many quarterbacks they had to go through? Like, literally, the Tampa Bay went from Tom Brady to Jameis Winston, went from Jameis Winston to Tom Brady, loaded that thing up, and rode on into the Super Bowl. Then the very next year, the Rams did the same thing. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and get those exact same positions. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you need to be aggressive like that on the positions that you need. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you this right now. Defensively, the biggest need, free agency, before y'all can even talk about, listen to me. If you're watching a show on draft and you ain't watched a show on free agency, you're wrong. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. What you do in free agency is going to dictate what you do in the draft. Because I'm going to tell you this right here. Bro, if you don't sign Donovan Wilson back, you are going to need to draft a safety in the first or second rounds. Why? Because Donovan Wilson does everything on your defense in the backfield. He is your Micah Parsons of your defense in the backfield. Appreciate you, my boy, with 100 stars. Like, he is your Micah Parsons. He is your guy that you move around. He's your guy that does. And I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of those defensive huddles, it's Donovan Wilson leading the chant coming out. Think about this. He got 77 tackles. I ain't know of a safety to do that. But guess what? He also plays linebacker. Donovan Wilson at some points was your best safety on the field and also your best linebacker. Now, people I already know, people want to talk about the money. What's the money look like? What's up with you, Matt? The money gonna look crazy. I'm gonna tell you. Donovan Wilson gonna be a $12, $13 million safety a year. Just being real with you. Go look at his comparables. You know what I'm saying? Now, do I think the Dallas Cowboys gonna give it to him? I don't know, bruh. I don't know. It makes me think about this. Dalton Schultz made $10 million last year on a franchise. You don't want to franchise. You're not going to franchise Donovan Wilson, obviously, because the franchise tag is $16 million. You know what I'm saying? Now, I definitely think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to be with Dan Quinn coming back. You definitely have to have Donovan. You definitely want Donovan Wilson on this defense. Now, I'm not going to talk about no Jalen Ramsey until I talk about Donovan Wilson, because in my opinion, Donovan Wilson is more important than Jalen Ramsey for me right now. What's up with you, man? He says, hey, how are you doing, Wes? I'm good. I'm great today. And listen to me. Donovan Wilson is going to be an unrestricted free agent, so he can go anywhere he wants to. Appreciate you, Tommy. He can absolutely go anywhere he wants to. Now, if you go look at him, he was our Jamal Adams. Now, think about this. You know how crazy we were about Jamal Adams a couple years, literally 2 years before he got traded to the Seattle Seahawks. We were he was driving around Dallas and people was telling him, we want you to trade, we want to trade. Think about this, y'all. Jamal Adams is one of the, if not the highest paid safeties in all football. And he is the highest paid Seattle Seahawk right now. He makes more money than their quarterback. Appreciate you, Spur man. And think about this. He played 14 games in 2 years. Hey, for anybody that says Dak can go and you need an elite quarterback, hey, I'm okay if you feel that way. Just give me the plan on how you're going to get there. Or else I just feel like you're just a nagging baby mama. You're just saying random stuff so you can get attention. But listen to me. If you want to get rid of Dak and replace him with this way better quarterback, I'm all for it. Listen to me. I'm all for replacing and upgrading everything. You know what I'm saying? But you got to have a plan on how you're going to do it too. So that's my question for all y'all folks that are still upset with your quarterback. I'm okay with it. It's America. You be free. But I want to know how do you do it? Who's this elite quarterback that you replace, and how do you do that? How do you go about that? Because some of you guys do have nagging baby mama syndrome, like grown-ass men. It'd be grown-ass men that just be mad at Dak Prescott because he, you know what I mean? Some of y'all are mad at Dak because he not mad still. Let it go, bruh. I'm just be honest with you. A lot of y'all mad at Dak while you was watching him on your 21-inch screen TV. You know what I'm saying? If you don't sit your goofy ass down with your Romo jersey on. How much did you really lose? Did you really go to the – I'm not saying – hey, listen to me. I'm not saying that, if you don't go to games, you're not a real fan. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying if I can get over it and I saw it in HD, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? That's all I'm saying. I think y'all can get over it too. Let it the fuck go. You know what I'm saying? But unless you have an idea on how to replace him. Mad at Dak because he chokes in every big game he plays. Well, Chris, was the Buccaneers game not a big game? I'm just going to entertain the trolls for a couple minutes. I promise you. What time is it? We've been on here 24. I'm going to give them 5 minutes. I'm going to give them 5 minutes. I'm going to give Chris and whoever liked that comment. That was Daryl. Daryl, why you like that? Daryl, you too smart to be liking stuff like that. Because I'm going to tell you, Chris, people like you, I'm going to tell you what people like you. You are a person that will never like Dak. You want to know why? Because you will admit that before we played the Buccaneers game that it was a big game because we had never beat them before. And after Dak played them and beat them, you celebrated that as a big game. Then when the next game came and he lost, you then said that the game that you just said was a big game and you were happy for him winning was not a big game. So you know what, Chris? That's not right, Chris. Every game in the NFL is a big game. Every game is a big game. Guess what, Chris? If he would have lost to the Buccaneers, we would have never lost to the 49ers. So excuse me how that is not a big game. Mando, it doesn't matter. The Bucs were not a horrible team. The Bucs were a playoff team. Horrible teams don't make the playoffs. That's how the rules work. That's just how the rules work, Mando. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You feel me? Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's not how it works. We're not about to sit up here and say that bad teams make the playoffs because that's not how it works. The NFL system specifically designed to make sure that that bad teams actually go to the draft and good teams go to the playoffs. Because when your playoffs begins, your record is actually 0-0. Now, if we're only been watching football for 2 years, I understand that you don't understand that when you make it to the playoffs, your record goes to 0-0. Does everybody in the comment box understand that? Does everybody understand that? Guess what? It doesn't matter if you were the worst division in football because when you start in the playoffs, your record goes 0-0. Does everybody understand that? I feel like I have people that don't understand that. Do we not understand that when the playoff starts, your record goes to 0-0? That is exactly what it says, 0-0. The regular season is only designed to find out where you're going in the playoffs. That's it. Do you guys understand that? Do you guys know that the regular season is 17 games to decide who goes to the playoffs? That's it. That's the only reason why you're playing the regular season. You play the regular season so that you can dictate where you're going to play in the playoffs. So, yes, he says that's Tampa Bay. He says that's not always true. Tampa Bay in playoffs due to horrible division. No, Tampa Bay was in the playoffs because they won their division. They won their division. Guess what? The New York Giants won 2 Super Bowls, 9-7, bad divisions. So, no, that doesn't mean anything. You still get a ring. See, that is called loser mentality. That's called loser mentality. You have Cowboy fans that regardless, listen to me, some of you guys just need to stop being Cowboy fans. Because guess what? We might not win the Super Bowl next year. There is a chance that we might not win it next year. What are you going to do? Like my boy Mark says, I'm playing for a wife to be as committed as you as Dak. Mark, honestly, you just need to be more as committed to that person. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. This dude just told me that he wish he found a wife that's committed to him as I am to Dak. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're not committed to the current person that you're with, you don't love them. You're not a fan of them. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Over here, we don't leave our women after a bad game. Like, what kind of world is that, bruh? You tell me your wife ain't never had a bad day and you walked home and you left her? You really telling me that your wife you've been married to your wife, let's say 91 days. She's had 61 good days. And you're going to leave her for the 31? So who's really exhibiting commitment here? Who's really exhibiting commitment? You guys want to stress to me that I'm overboard. No, what I'm doing is I'm holding to what I said I was. I'm a fan. And this is what fans do. Like, I don't understand that, but I do want to do this, though. It makes me so upset when I hear Cowboys say that Dak can't win big games, even though I know you celebrated him when he beat the Buccaneers. And that is not fair. I'm going to give y'all 2 extra minutes, bruh. That is not fair. Because y'all celebrated him when he beat Tom Brady. Y'all kept your mouth closed, and guess what? When the whole world was saying the Dallas Cowboys have never beat Tom Brady, that wasn't a big game. We have never beat him before. And you're going to tell me that it was not a big game. The Cowboys had not won a listen to me. We hadn't won a road playoff game in 25 freaking years. And that was not a home game. We hadn't won on a road in the playoffs in 20 years. But that was not a big game. 30. You went 30 years without winning a road playoff game. But that was not a big game. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. I can't argue. Listen to me. That is a person that's just what it is, bro. That's just what it is. He says, you Cowboy fans know West Coast. He says, so if Dak gets the credit for the Bucs game, why Kellen Moore couldn't get the same credit? Actually, Kellen Moore did get the credit. Matter of fact, Instagram, I got to show you something real quick because I love a smart hater. I love a smart hater. I love somebody. Instagram, I got to show. I'm sorry. I got hold up real quick. I love this because you're gonna be one of my favorite. You're gonna be a person that rock with me for your whole entire life. Watch this dude right here. I like the way you think. I'm gonna show you something right now though. I'm gonna show you something. Hold up. Cause see, when you see how 100 West Coast really keep it, watch. When you see how really 100 West Coast really keep it, listen to me. This is how gangsta West Coast really keep it. Video and appreciation goes to my offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, who probably got himself a job yesterday. Kellen Moore, by far, called, hands down, the best game I have ever seen him call. Everything was on point. Hey, bro, I'm not, hey, you feel me? Like, I keeps it 100, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean? I made a whole video giving Kellen Moore his props. A whole video, minute and 43 seconds, to be exact. So we keeps it all the way 100 over here. When you do right, we going to celebrate it. When you ain't doing your job, we definitely going to point it out. You feel me? Like, that's what it is. I love that back and forth. That's what we like doing over here, that back and forth. But I just want to show y'all, we keep it all the way 100 over here. But, yeah, we got to stop with the big game narrative. We got to stop that stuff. Because, unfortunately, for Dak Prescott, since we played like 15 games on primetime TV, like every game is a big game for the Dallas Cowboys. Like, goddamn, like every game. Like, think about this. If Dak goes out and looks bad in a preseason game, they're going to ridicule him for 4 weeks in the preseason. Like, bro, we're the only team that gets that. Like, you feel me? Like, we're the only team that gets that. So that's always going to happen with the Cowboys. That's just a part of us being the allure of what? America's team. My boy Jay said, hey, listen to me. We ain't never fighting, bro, but listen to me. We got 7 months, bro. Like, this is who I am. Like, I bleed so much of my personality into my content, bro, that it's like, this is how I talk, bro. This is how I get down. Like, this is how we converse. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how I converse with folks. I don't take nothing personally. Y'all don't take it nothing personal. But like how y'all wanted me to sit up here for 6 months and be like, oh yeah, and we're gonna talk about seven. Nah, I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. But I like guys like Cam. You know what I'm saying? Bring those conversations. Listen, we just talked about that for 10 minutes. Shout out to my boy Cam for making the show interesting. Chris says Dak wouldn't be so bad if he wasn't overpaid. You know what, Chris? You don't like Dak personally. Because it's over there. Because guess what? You know, listen, you don't like Dak personally, Chris. And that's okay. First thing you need to do is admit it. Because Dak didn't play bad, and his pay had nothing to do with him getting paid. Because if that was the case, guess what, Chris? The top 4 quarterbacks in football didn't even make the playoffs. So you can't bring up pay and how someone's supposed to play. Because Aaron Rodgers is the highest paid quarterback in football, and he did not make the playoffs. Deshaun Watson is the 4th highest paid quarterback in football. He did not make the playoffs. Russell Wilson is the 2nd highest paid quarterback in football. He did not make the playoffs. And Kyler Murray is the 3rd highest paid quarterback in football, and he did not make the play. He did not get paid. Dak currently right now is the 9th highest paid quarterback in football. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you know, his pay has nothing to do with his play. Like, y'all like to talk about overpaid. Dak is not overpaid. If anything, Dak is underpaid. Like, Dak could easily be if Kyler Murray is making $48 million, tell me one reason why. Listen to me. If Kyler Murray is making $48 million right now, tell me a reason why he is making more money than Dak. Kyler Murray's never even won a playoff game. I don't even think Kyler Murray's been to the playoffs. Can somebody give me one reason? Because people like to say that, you know, you know what I'm saying? I'm just curious. Why should Kyler Murray be making more money than Dak Prescott? If Dak Prescott is overpaid at $40 million, what is Kyler Murray at 48? Can anybody? I only want the people that were talking about Dak's money. Daniel said they made a mistake with him. Well, that's on them. But did they make a mistake with Russell Wilson? And I'm gonna tell you this right now. People like to say, "Oh yeah, but they have Super Bowls," but they already got paid for those Super Bowls. Aaron Rodgers has had Actually, Aaron Rodgers has had 2 contracts since he won a Super Bowl. They're not paying you for that Super Bowl anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're not paying him as more. He says all these haters need the fact that he's not. He says it's not coming out of their haters' pockets, so why complain? That's just how it is, bro. Whenever I see people complaining about other people's money, it lets me know they have financial problems. You know what I'm saying? Because if you didn't have finance problems, you wouldn't be watching money. That's just what it is. And you people try to say, oh, yeah, but that's being smart. That's not being smart because the Cowboys have the money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think Kyler Murray's even won I don't think he's ever won a playoff game. Lamar Jackson's only been to the playoffs once. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you guys, like, that's just what it is. But I mean, I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna go back and forth with every Dak hater just because, I also believe that there's a race aspect to come with Dak. I don't really care if you don't believe it's not with you, but there are people who just don't like Dak because he's a black quarterback. And guess what? We're always gonna be okay with having that conversation. You wanna know why? Because I have black kids. And guess what? For the guys who get offended when I talk about those conversations, that is for you. That's for you. Welcome. You're in the right place. Let's read some comments. Actually, did we talk about Donovan Wilson already, right? We talked about that. Did y'all want to talk about Cowboys drafting a running back? I'm going to tell you this right now. They're not going to do it, bro. They're not going to do it. And I'm going to tell you this, right? You cannot be asking the Cowboys to re-sign Tony Pollard and draft Bijan Robinson in the same year. Like, bruh, that is a lot of money on the running back room. That's a lot of money on the run. It's a lot of money, bruh. Like, that's a lot of money. You feel me? What's up with you, Craig? He says Cardinals are going to have fun trying to find someone to coach Kyler Murray and no playoff loss round before. Listen to me. I mean, Cardinals are going to probably have to give that job away. Like, they're going to have to give that job away. Because Kyler Murray is on a ridiculous contract. He has superstars that don't want to play for him. And his style is set. You're going to have to find an offensive coordinator that wants to coach him or that just wants the job. Like, the Cardinals will probably have to overpay somebody. You know what I'm saying? They will probably have to overpay somebody. Listen to me. Don't ask me who we're drafting until you find out who we're doing in free agency. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. Say if the Cowboys go out there and sign some big money linebacker, I don't think they would. But if they were to do that, then definitely we would agree that they're not going to, go get a linebacker in the draft. You know what I'm saying? Kyler Murray is uncoachable. He needs a different attitude adjustment. I don't think he's uncoachable, man. I just think, these guys, man, there's always something. You know what I'm saying? There's always something. These guys do want to win. The players do want to win. I don't know. I ain't never going to say nothing about the coaches and the organization, but I know these players do want to win. Can't blame them. He's stuck on himself. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. If Kyler Murray just played better, nobody would give a damn. Like, you could be a total asshole if you play well. Jay Cutler showed the world that you can be an asshole, you know what I'm saying, and will still get paid as what? As long as you do your job. Hey, we're at 2,000 stars. Can we get to 3,000? We're about literally 1,000 stars away. Whoever gets that AZ will have to, he says, whoever gets that AZH code will have to kiss his ass. For real, you would. I mean, you ain't never necessarily, listen to me, Mike, you ain't necessarily got to kiss his ass, but you're going to have to get him to play well because he makes so much of your salary cap that if you cut him and get rid of him, same with Russell Wilson, you're going to have a blank year where you're going to be ass. Like, you're going to have at least 2 years. And that's the way these guys build these contracts. They build these contracts. So if you try to get rid of me, it's going to tear your team apart. Dak didn't even do that to you guys. Only thing Dak did is gave you a no trade clause and lose in the second round of the playoffs. And you got half the world wanting to get rid of him. Talking about, I got random dudes working at Kroger's talking about they don't like Dak and trying to give me 15. Listen to me. God damn it. I'm going to tell you this right now. If quarterback coach ain't on your damn resume, don't be sending me no long-ass comments on what Dak need to improve on. You a above minimum employee at your job. Hell, you mean? I'm just saying. If you ain't got quarterback coach, offensive coordinator, man, keep them damn comments to at least a sentence and a half. Lost your goddamn mind, man. You done got me hot now. You done for sure got me hot now. Got random dude. Come on, bruh. You don't knock that stuff off, bruh. Murray was serious leg problems always from losing his career. I would never ask him to be a statue in the pocket. I mean, I never was big on the idea of Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying? And then they doubled down on him when they signed him. Now you got to make the best out of it. That's just what it is. But yeah, like you said, I definitely think that I think they're going to damn near give that job away. Because if you're a new coach, the reason this is the thing, unless you are an uber confident in your ability to get him playing, it's almost like career Russian roulette. Because Arizona's either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. You know what I'm saying? Let's read some comment. DP says Dak also never had $40 million cap hit, even when 49 was less than 25% of the cap, so are these arguments void or not matching the math. Hey, DP, you are so smart, and that comment is so smart that it just earned you a moderator on my page. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Half the folks, I love y'all. I love y'all. Don't nobody get offended when I say this. But most of the folks in here just went literally over their head. But that did get you a moderator promotion, though. Because that's a super fact. Elijah, what's up, Elijah? Cowboys will go defensive enforcement and O-line. Zeke just needs the ball more. We are fine at running back, just starts. Listen to me. Jerry Jones Jerry Jones has already stated that he wants to definitely see Ezekiel Elliott back. And considering you're trying to get to the third round of the playoffs, a round further than, like, think about this. What did you do to get, you don't want to do what you did this year in the offseason. Last year in the offseason, you know what you did? You took key parts off this team. You spent the entire team trying to rebuild a team that you had already built. Like last year's offseason, we literally spent the entire year trying to replace players that we took off the team or we chose not to sign. We didn't really lose anybody in free agency. We kicked folks off the room, out the room. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, this team right now, so think about this. When we played, the reason why we were doomed to beat the 49ers is because, listen, we never actually looked at the 2021 team and said, damn, why did we lose to the 49ers? What do we need to do so that we can beat that team? We never did that. Why? Because we spent the whole offseason trying to repair the team from our own mistakes. You feel me? So, yes. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys, in 2023, let's use this offseason to beat the teams that beat us. We don't need to spend the next 6 months trying to repair our team. There's nothing wrong with your team. Your team just gets better. Like, you don't need a new engine. You don't need a new transmission. You might need to change your alternator. You might need to go get a tune-up. Might need to go get some, some blinker light fluid. I made that up. That's a joke. You might need to go get you some blinker light fluid. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, you do not need a new transmission. You do not need a new engine. You got a new driver. Guess what? The new driver might actually help you in a lot of the aspects. You feel me? And I'm gonna make this plea until the season starts. Listen, the Cowboys just fired a bunch of dudes, right? Do you guys think they fired all these coaches because they were doing their job? Better yet, what do you think Kellen Moore and all these coaches' jobs were? Ultimately, what was their job? Their job was to do what? Make your team better. Well, guess what? They fired them. Did they fire them because they were making your team better, or did they fire them because they were not doing their job? Okay, so they fired them because they were not doing their job. So my question is this. Do you think a part of these guys' production player has to do with those guys not doing their job? I think so, because I think if they did, they would still have their jobs. You know what I'm saying? That's my thoughts behind that. Curious on the new O-line blocking concept. Keep it the same zone. You know what, man? I don't think you're going to change too much because you still don't know who your offensive line is. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, goddamn me, Tyron Smith, they could save $10.2 million by releasing him. And then Terrence Steele is still torn ACL. You know what I'm saying? If Dak doesn't get an extension and plays out the last 2 years and finishes with the same playoff record as Romo, who would have the better Cowboy career? Man, I don't know, bro. That would have to be your opinion. You know what I'm saying? If you like more Romo more, then you would say Romo. If you like Dak more, you say Dak. That's an opinion question, so I don't do good with opinions. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I'm not even thinking like that, because if that's the case, that means we're not winning the Super Bowl in the next 3 years. So I'm not even trying to think like that. Dak will, because Dak will win a Super Bowl next year. Bobby Armstrong, he says we need an oil and filter change. That's it. Yeah, thank you, Craig. We need an oil and filter change. Like, you did not lose the race because your whole engine went down. Who will be our running backs next year? The same running backs this year. Like, y'all be so, like, it'd be so funny, bro. Like, y'all grown-ass men be so mad at Ezekiel Elliott, his 2.5 carries. But I'm going to ask you guys a question right now. Anybody that wants to get rid of Zeke right now, say aye. If you want to get rid of Zeke, say aye. Put it in the comment box. I'm not going to bash you. But I need to know, because I have a question to ask those people. I have a question to ask you guys. And I only want those people to answer. For all the folks that think Zeke is seriously washed up, I'm going to ask you guys a question. If I told you guys a man had 12 rushing touchdowns, and there was only one guy that had more touchdowns than him, and that was Jamal Williams, who had 17, how does that quantify Zeke as being washed up? Can I ask you a question real quick? For folks, what's more important in a football game, touchdowns or yards? What's more important, touchdowns or yards? If you say yards, you are weird. Then my next question is, who do you know for sure today? Because Tony Pollard got there. That's a lie. That's a flat-out lie. Tony Pollard only had 212 yards in his last 5 games. You guys see how you absolutely just lie to make up stuff? That's a lie, bro. Tony Pollard literally had 217 yards in his last 5 games, and Tony Pollard has not scored a rushing touchdown in his last 5 games. We need a better running back. How about we just have a running back that's supposed to do his job? Like, my question is this. You had the lightning and thunder worked, because Tony Pollard was the lightning, meaning he got you your yards, and Zeke was the thunder, who got you your what? Your touchdowns. That sounds like a plan that worked. Why do you guys keep trying to make them both? What don't you guys understand that Tony Pollard can't do what Zeke does? If they did, don't y'all think they would have cut Zeke last year? I'm just question. Don't you guys think that if the Dallas Cowboys felt that Tony Pollard could do what Zeke does, they would have cut him already? They would have traded him already. The bigger question isn't QB. The bigger question is, Daniel, why after 5 years? You know what? Bye. No, because it would cost him a lot. So you're going to tell me it didn't cost him as much as Amari Cooper? Y'all just be saying stuff, bro. So you don't think they thought about that when they traded Amari Cooper, who's on the hook for $20 million? Tell me a time Zeke made $20 million. And they got rid of Amari Cooper, who made 2 times more than what Zeke made. You know what I'm saying? So he says no because Zeke has his roots in Jerry Jones. So so Dez didn't have his roots in Jerry Jones? Tony Romo didn't have his roots in Jerry Jones? For real? Are you serious? Dez Bryant still goes to the games. Slap yourself. Like, what? He says, yes, but the thing is, Zeke, unless takes a big cut. Listen to me. Zeke ain't, listen, all y'all folks that want Zeke to take a less cut, why? Who is he taking less money for? That's what I want to know. I'm going to give y'all 2 minutes. I want to know why. I'm Ezekiel Elliott. You tell me why I got to take less money. Because you think I was second in the NFL in rushing touchdowns. I was 6th in the NFL in rushing yards. Why should I take less yards? For what? For what? What did I do? And you fired your offensive coordinator. Why? Because he didn't even want to run the ball. Think about this. Zeke got 12 rushing touchdowns, 800 yards, while sharing the ball with a whole nother dude. You want to take, like, I'm just curious. I'm curious about that. You want to win a Super Bowl, take less money. Tell Patrick Mahomes that. He makes $50 million. Zeke missed 2 games and was 130 yards shy of 1,000 yards. Missed 2 games. Like, think about that. Zeke got he's 120 yards short of 1,000, second in the NFL in rushing touchdowns, and he shared carries all season with a whole nother dude and missed 2 games. But y'all want to get rid of him because you think he's washed. Yeah, I mean, it's all good. I don't agree with you on that, West Coast. I'm not tripping, Tony. I'm right. I'm correct, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm correct. I'm correct. Hey, West Coast, I agree with you. A lot of things, problems, but on the offensive line, but Zeke is still over. Zeke is not overpaid, bruh. You're overpaid. You're overpaid. How you going to tell me I'm overpaid and we agreed for you to pay me that? Y'all need to get that lame ass shit out your mind. Jerry Jones went into contract negotiations for 9 months. Now I'm overpaid because I agreed on a number for us to sign. No, you're overpaid. You're overpaid at your job. I don't even know how much you pay. No, we're not going to agree to disagree because there's a right and wrong way of looking at this. You're overpaid. You're overpaid at your job. You're overpaid at your job. Even though you and your employer agreed on an amount of money to pay you, and that amount of money is not even stopping you from doing anything. Like, I want to know, Zeke takes less money. What do you do with the $10 million? What are you going to do with it? I don't know. What did they do with the $8 million we saved from Travis Frederick's retired? Nothing. It's still sitting in the bank. My question, what do you think listen to me. Question, what did they do with the money they supposedly saved from getting rid of Amari Cooper? Oh, they paid T.Y. Hilton? Oh, yeah, that really cost all of $20 million. You know what I'm saying? Listen to me. If you're starting any comment off with, look, I like Zeke, I already know you don't like Zeke. You feel me? Because it doesn't matter if you don't like Zeke. I can tell you right now, I don't like Zeke and still give you a valid reason on why y'all tripping if you think he's falling off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whenever people start off stuff like, look, man, I like him. No, you don't. I don't care. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter if you don't like. It doesn't matter if you like him or dislike him. We're talking football. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about someone has no bearing on it. You know what I'm saying? Ezekiel Elliott missed 2 games, was 120 yards away from 1,000 yards, and still was second in the NFL in rushing touchdowns. Who gets you 12 touchdowns on this team right now? I'm just curious. Where are you replacing 12 rushing touchdowns from? Like, I'm just curious. Like y'all want to cut people, cut players, thinking, oh, Jerry's going to take this. And Jerry's going to put that money right in his back pocket. I would rather Jerry spend the money paying Zeke than the money to just sit in a goddamn biscuit and be nothing. Listen to me. If Zeke is falling off with 12 rushing touchdowns, I'll take it. I will take it. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's only done it twice in his career. Think about this. Zeke does stuff that he's only done twice in his career, and y'all say he's falling off. I'll take that. I'll take that. Because I guess y'all don't value touchdowns. So you're telling me right now that you would rather have 1,200 yards and, 6 touchdowns, or you'd rather have 800 yards and 12 touchdowns. Y'all weird, bro. That's weird to me. So if Zeke is falling off with 12 rushing touchdowns, what happens to all the running backs behind him? Are they falling off too? Like, I'm just curious. Like, and in 6 years, Zeke has missed 10 games. Like, that's freaking crazy. And think about this. 6 of those games were by suspension. The question y'all really want to ask is this. Do you want to pay Zeke, or do you want Jerry to put the money in his back pocket? Because that's what your alternatives are. Y'all think we're about to not play Zeke and go get this imaginary player that you think Jerry. Slap yourself. We had money this year, and we didn't get nobody. Absolutely nobody. We needed a linebacker this year on this team, and we got nobody. We needed a wide receiver. We got T.Y. Hilton, who I love. But guess what? He cost nothing. What is y'all talking about, bruh? What are we really talking about? We had 2 corners go down. Any of that money we saved, what did we spend it on? Nothing. We brought in a guy named Mullins, Mackenzie Alexander. We gave Kelvin Joseph an opportunity. Bro, what is y'all talking about, bro? You guys are working for Jerry. You guys are working for Jerry. Jerry wants you to feel that way so he can do what? Go buy another boat with Zeke's money. He gonna upgrade the rotors on his boat. That's about it, bro. That's about as much of an upgrade you gonna get, bro. Like, you literally lost 2 starting corners this year, had $12 million to sign someone, and did nothing. You know what you did? Next man up. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If you cut Zeke, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. They're going to instantly start selling you on why Malik Davis about to do the next greatest thing. And you know what's going to happen? You guys are going to love it and believe it just like you always do until week 1. And then you're going to come running right here back to West Coast talking about West Coast. Do you have any more running damn ball hats in blue? That's what you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? They brought in James Washington. I don't know why Law loves him so much. Speaking of Law Nation, I got a show with him tonight. 4 p.m. You already know what it is. You feel me? Like, bro, what are y'all gonna do with the money? Like, what do you want to do? What do you really want to do? Like, you guys need to get it out of your mind. You are Dallas Cowboy fans. Like, what don't y'all understand about that? I don't give a damn how they do it across the street. That is not how we do it over here. Y'all talking about we need to cut Zeke so we can have $10 million and we're going to go get – no. We're going to cut Zeke $10 million and Jerry is about to go put an extension on his yacht because we don't even do that, bruh. Like, when have we ever cut a player, took that money, and got a better player? Tell me a time when we did that. We don't do it. We didn't even do it last year in the middle of the season when it was clear that we needed. You had 2 starting corners go down. You had 2 offensive linemen go down. Starters, bruh. Starters. You know what he did? He gave you Jason Peters, who I love, but you would never be asking for Jason Peters in the offseason. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't want to hear it. No, I don't want to hear it. No, we're talking about keeping Pollard if they keep them at carries with Malik as a player to be named to the draft. A lot of good running backs can be here in the third. Slap yourself, Bill. Bill, you ain't trying to go to the playoffs this year. No, I'm sorry, Bill. Your comment was way too long to make sense either way. Because it don't take that long to make a I don't know. No, I'm sorry, Bill. I'm sorry, Bill. No, I'm sorry. No, we're not doing that. We're going to be out the playoffs. You do that. Oh, let's switch this guy around. Let's ask Tony Pollard to do something that we already know he can't do. Like, what don't y'all understand? Tony Pollard's running back coach said that Tony Pollard is good before 15 to 16 carries. He said that in an interview. Why won't y'all let that sink in your mind? Do y'all honestly think that the Cowboys is like hating on him or something? Like, I think it's folks out here that honestly think that, like, the Cowboys is hating on Tony. No, bro. Tony probably was a wide receiver in college. He was a wide receiver / he was really a wide receiver in college, a slot in college, who transitioned to a running back at the draft. And y'all want him to do, and also, didn't he break his fibula? Yeah, it's going to heal. But damn, you want him to do all that on a broken fibula in his first year? What? My question is this. What if you sign Tony Pollard and he does what Michael Gallup does? I don't know. Takes 7 games to look like himself. What? You're expecting Bijan Robinson to be out there picking up those pass blocks? 3-bound back in his rookie season? I like Bijan Robinson, but he is not looked at it like a Zeke coming out of his. He's not. He's not. He's not. Cutting Zeke only saves you $10 million if you do it June 2nd. You know what that is? After the draft. Yeah, bruh. That's after the draft. So, Johnny, you guys have to be specific when you say things. You can only save $10 million cutting Zeke after June 1st. So that means you will have to draft Bijan Robinson first. That's a fact. You only save the $10 million after June 1st. So you would have to draft Bijan Robinson first. You can't cut him, then go to the draft and get, no, that's not how it works. And think about this. Even if you save $10 million, you're still going to pay Zeke $6 million. People like to say this. We're going to save money by cutting Zeke. Yeah, you're saving him, but you're still going to give him $6 million to not be a Dallas Cowboy because his total contract is $16 million for this year. You're only going to be responsible for playing 6 of it. So think about this. You're going to save $10 million, but you're literally going to give Ezekiel Elliott $6.3 million to go play on another team for 1 year. That makes no sense. Bijan Robinson, I love the guy, but that game versus Alabama changed my mind. He's not a rookie. He's not a running back that's going to come in and start for me in his rookie season. I'm sorry. And y'all can say, oh, yeah, he just had a bad game. No, Alabama just had a good game. I'm sorry. I like Bijan Robinson, but that Alabama game changed my mind. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. I'm not drafting him in the first round. I'm not. Because Zeke never had a game like that. The only bad game Zeke ever had in college was the game that they only gave him the ball 11 times and he got mad the next week and went the hell off. You know what I'm saying? He says, I'm not judging any back on a single game. You should, because Alabama was the only game that they played a front four that looks like an NFL team. So, yeah, you should. Hell you mean? What you gonna judge him off of TCU? Appalachian State? Like, come on, bruh. You better judge him off of Alabama, bro. They got 4 dudes going in the first round picks. Why would you not judge him off the team that looks like the goddamn team that they're going to play in the NFL? Yeah, he looked okay versus, like, average front fours. But that real front four? No. I don't think he's a 3-down back in the NFL. I don't. He says, I'm not holding one game against Bijan. Hey, cool. That's good for you. I'm not holding it against him either. But because of that game, I'm not drafting him in the first round. Because that's what he's going to have to do week 1. And think about this. He's going to have to do more than that. You want to know why? Because he'll be the starter. That means he's going to have to pick up pass block. They weren't even asking him to pick up pass blocking in Texas. He was not picking up them linebackers versus Alabama. No, he was not. I watched that game. So there's a large aspect of his game that I didn't even get to see versus the highest point of the tackle. And listen, I like Bijan Robinson. I'm just not drafting him in the first round. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Hey, West Coast, do you think about New Orleans? Brian? I kind of talked about him already. Hey, man, I'm about to get up out of here, though. Because I already went over my hour, and I got some stuff in my warehouse I need to take care of. But, hey, man, I will be back later on today, so make sure y'all continue to fall in with your boy, man. I appreciate y'all. You already know what it is. Never look down because stars up. Peace.